Welcome to the Memorial eCup presented by Kia. It's the last of our 4 games of the night, and it will decide the final entrant to round 3 out of the Celtos division. It's Reed Duthie. Pleased to be joined by my broadcast partner, Brendan Scott, and this is a big one. An all OHL clash. Cameron Tolnai and the Ottawa 67s against Brendan Hoffmann and the Erie Otters. Brandon, these are two teams you and I know very, very well, and they make for an interesting battle to see who advances in that last slot to round 3.
Yeah, exactly. Both these teams have a lot of talent on both the roster, so it should be quite a good one that we have ourselves ahead of us for the last game of the night. And so I hope you're buckled in right now, Reed.
Oh, absolutely. I'm ready to go for this one. Winner of this game will advance on to take on Jalen Lupin and the Edmonton Oil Kings in the third round. That game will take place on Saturday, so a quick turnaround for the guys in the Celtos division. We're going to find out whether that's a positive or a negative moving forward, whether it's momentum they carry or whether everyone else is going to have a chance to study up on them. But we won't know those answers until Saturday. We got to get through this one first.
Yeah, it looks like this matchup is going to be highly offensive, judging by their last round. As the Ottawa 67s, they won 9-3 over the Calgary Hitmen, and then the Erie Otters they won 7-6 over Seattle. So it should be quite a offensive flair
So
in this
16
one.
combined goals. We'll see who can put up the most in this one. It'll be the Ottawa 67s in the red, black, and white Barber Pole uniforms. It is the Erie Otters in the whites, trimmed with the gold and blue. And this is, again, for the last spot on the line in round 3 in the Celtos division. And, I think we have had a slight technical difficulty getting this one started, Brandon. This is the first time you and I have been through a real technical difficulty in the tournament. The guys that have put this on have done a brilliant job.
Yeah, exactly. It's been smooth sailing so far this tournament. So you knew there had to be a speed bump along the way. It looks like at the very beginning of this game we got it. So at least it didn't come down in the dying seconds of the match.
Yeah, that is the positive. At least if we're going to have a technical hiccup, that it's going to happen at this point before the game gets started, and we don't have to worry about it taking away an opportunity or right at the end of a tight game. So we'll have to see what happens here, as I'm sure they'll be trying to get both Cameron Tolnai and Brendan Hoffman back online as quickly as possible to get this game going. Two teams in the OHL that we know well, Brendan. The Erie Otters, really a team that is starting to make their way back up. They went into that rebuild mode because they took a number of shots at the OHL title, and the players that have rolled through that organization in recent years, the list is outstanding. The Ottawa 67s ran away with the league this past year, but there's so much talent in that Erie team when you look at a Galot, a Drysdale, the list can go on and on for the Otters, that they can give the 67s a real tough test.
Yeah, exactly. And the Ottawa 67s, they have a lot of depth on their team. They have a lot of veterans. They have a lot of skill. So it's really going to be a tough matchup. And then Jamie Drysdale on the Erie Otters, I feel like I don't need to introduce to anybody. We all know his name as he's just a talent beyond his years in the Ontario Hockey League. And again, like you said, I expect a highly offensive matchup, though, judging by these two teams in their previous game.
You know, it's funny this season, having a chance to travel with the Hamilton Bulldogs. I remember where I was when we all found out that Joseph Garefa had been acquired by the Ottawa 67s, and everybody just kind of went, whoa. I mean, that's a team that already had a ton of offensive prowess. Adding another star level player to that roster, when you look at, a Marco Rossi and a Jack Quinn and Graham Clark, who unfortunately missed the majority of the season, but is a tremendous player in his own right. Then you look at Noel Hoffenmeyer and Kevin Ball and Nikito Hotchuk on the back end. It was just like every time you saw that roster, and these guys are pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. They were the team that knocked out the Sudbury Wolves, the team that I was working with 2 seasons ago in the second round. We couldn't get a win on them. They were just so tough and like strong start to finish on their lineup. So you really have to applaud that team coming together. They look like they're going to be a strong team again.
Yeah, it's actually funny. The Hamilton Bulldogs eliminated Ottawa in the first round on their run to the OHL championship in 2018, and then Ottawa the next season eliminated the Bulldogs on their run for an OHL title that nearly paid off for Ottawa, and they were on a good run again this season. But a lot of history between the two franchises, and of course, this is going to be a fantastic game. We talked about the Erie Otters and the legacy that they've already built in Pennsylvania, whether it's DeBrincat or Dylan Strome or Drysdale currently there, or Connor McDavid, or I mean, take your pick.
Yeah, exactly. And both these teams, great fan bases. Whenever you step in these two their rinks, you could just feel the momentum and how they carry themselves throughout the community.
And nice folks too. I've been embraced in both communities when we've been there. A lot of really fun people to be around. As Marco Rossi in off the open, drives it wide and tried to pull it into the goal, and that one will be taken away. Yetman working with Galad up front. Puck played deep into the Ottawa zone. Taken by Hoffenmeyer, worked wide for Garefa. Garefa through neutral ice. Oh, toe drag into the offensive zone. Fed out front, just couldn't make the connection with Graham Clark. Marco Rossi bumped off the puck. Galad weaving his way into the traffic. Playing it on for Yetman. Yetman turns, got tripped down. There'll be a power play for the Otters as Jamie Drysdale looked like the man who had his stick put into the skates as he was trying to capture the puck. So an early opportunity for the Otters.
Yeah, this could be a step in the right direction in this game to try to get a power play marker early in this one.
Puck out high, Henry working it along. Long drive is captured and tossed out the other side. Puck will be carried by Holscher. Holscher run into. Fowler will bring it right back in. Knocked loose by Nikita Hotchuk. Across for Mitchell Holscher. He gets run over. Puck kept alive. Spruill, low, in front. Save made. Second chance. Stopped again. Cedric Andre on his game early. As Quinn marches into the offensive zone. Puck knocked off his stick. MacDougall playing ahead for Spruill. Spruill delays. Tries to cut to the middle of the ice. Wanted it out front. And the puck will be played up and out of the zone. Erie looking to come right back in on the attack as we approach 6 minutes gone in the first period. It's Rossi turning. Can't get through the defensive stand of the Otters. Spruill to MacDougall in the middle of the ice. MacDougall turns. He gets bumped off of it. And the other way goes Tolnai, who turns, looking to the middle. That one knocked loose. And it'll be played in the direction of Hoffmann, but knocked away as that'll be moved up ahead to, looks like Rossi. And now Hoffmann for the Otters. Into the offensive zone, approaching the halfway point. Hoffmann fed it across in front, just couldn't get the connection to work out.
So far, both teams really settling down defensively, locking anything, not giving too much room out for either team on this one so far.
Sidor playing up for Hoffmann, got run into. Hoffmann right back. Sidor in front. And that one to give and go play from Selin to Sidor just didn't work. Puck played back to the line. Kishnik, his drive, knocked away. Rippon trying to get it cleanly out. Selin will play it back in front. Taken by Tolnai. And that'll be whipped down the rink, icing with 7:28 to go in the first period.
Yeah, like I was mentioning previously, both teams doing an excellent job in their own zone, not giving up too many chances in this one, as it looks like it could come down to a game of mistakes. I thought this would be an offensive powerhouse game, but looks like both teams trying to take a defensive stride.
But it could be two great offenses canceling one another out so far. As Robinson starts up. He'll work wide, and Ottawa's going to get a power play chance. Robinson protects into the right wing corner. Has a look up. Spins away from one. Onto Yannick Crete. In front. That shot stopped. And we'll see the 67s get the man advantage in full swing. Marco Rossi off the draw. Wins back to Noel Hoffenmeyer. He's got a bullet of a shot. Tried to play it across the top. That's taken away. 1-on-3 ahead, stolen to the front of the goal, they score! Oh, what an individual effort as the Erie Otters get a steal and a shorty to open the scoring in this one. Chad Yetman, unbelievable.
What a magnificent play by a magnificent player as he strips the defenseman of the puck, walks in, does a little shimmy right in front of the net, throws the goaltender off, and then just buries it on his forehand. What a goal for the Erie Otters to get on the board.
He is one of the most dangerous shorthanded players in the league. And now some work to be done if you're the Ottawa 67s. Yetman up ahead again. Played it deep into Ottawa territory. Jack Quinn back for the puck. He's hounded for it. Played it around back to Marco Rossi. Rossi up ahead for Quinn, into space. Jack Quinn to the front of the net, to the backhand. Can't get it to go. Clark steps down. Garefa's backhand just wide. Puck launched into the backboards, and Jamie Drysdale will take it there. Swankler on to Yetman. Yetman around one, tries to cut back to the slot. Yetman fed it through looking for Drysdale. Drysdale wanted to return the favor, and it'll be Rossi to steal onto Varga. Varga to the outside on the left wing. Tried to pull up, waiting for a little bit of help. Varga away from one, but great work on the back check. Fowler gets it onto Sproul, and now MacDougall. Minute 40 left in the first period. Erie with the 1-0 lead on Yetman shorty. Sproul out top, feeds MacDougall. That shot blocked, second chance, wide of the goal. Varga takes, up the boards, knocked away from him. Fowler to the middle, first chance stop. MacDougall on the rebound, scores. The Otters double the lead.
Yeah, an excellent effort by the Erie Otters, not giving up on the play. At first you don't succeed, try again. And that's exactly what happened there for MacDougall on the doorstep, and he will make no mistake about it.
Henry will track it back into his own zone. 6 seconds left in the first period with the Erie Otters getting up by a pair and looking for more as that shot just wide of the net. But Brandon, after a bit of a slow start to the offense, a pair of goals for the Otters late in the period, and right now Daniel Murphy and company feeling pretty comfortable with Brendan Hoffman at the controls.
Yeah, exactly. He played a very solid game. He was locking up the Ottawa 67s. They didn't have as many opportunities as you would think they would have with this powerhouse lineup, just because of how strong he was in his own zone. And then offensively, he was taking advantage of the opportunities he had.
Thanks for tuning into the Memorial eCup presented by Kia. Be sure to follow the Canadian Hockey League on Instagram and Twitter by following CHL Hockey, and stay connected on Facebook by following the Canadian Hockey League. Through 20, it's a 2-0 lead for the Erie Otters. But if we know one thing about the Ottawa 67s, Brandon, whether it's in real ice at TD Place or in the Memorial eCup, no lead is safe.
Yeah, exactly. The goals in this tournament come fast and furious. And again, it doesn't matter how much you're ahead. Any team could come back in this tournament. So I expect this game to be far from over.
Absolutely. We go to the second period. Yetman and Rossi on the draw. Rossi will win it back with the skate to ball. Up for Rossi. Into the offensive zone, left wing side. Fed it out front for Graham Clark. Don't think that's what Clark necessarily wanted to do with it, as he went back to Rossi in the corner. Galad up for Swankler. Across the front, Yetman. I'm not sure if Andre got a piece of that or if it touched the bar.
Yeah, that shot was just too powerful for me to tell as well.
As Rossi rolls one to Murphy's goal, that looked like a great opportunity for Erie to triple the lead, and somehow it looked like it took a deflection right at the end. Galad plays it into the end boards. It'll be taken by Graham Clark. Clark working wide, left wing side, cuts to the middle, top of the slot, lays it on for Mitchell Holscher, back for Clark, and that one off of Murphy and to the backboards where Drysdale will take. Drysdale hounded for the puck. Clark on the turnover, but Galad takes it right back. Playing to the middle of the ice, Varga. 5 minutes gone in the second period. Varga drags past Drysdale. Tries to wander through two. Jack Duff is there for it. Fowler, Drysdale, Fowler once more. Right wing side. Tries to cut away. And the puck will be taken by Holscher. Works it to the right wing, Varga. Varga trying to turn Henry, gets it in front, they score! Jack Quinn on the doorstep, cuts the lead in half, it's 2-1.
Yeah, what a great play by Varga to set this one up. And Jack Quinn, of course, if there's anyone lethal on the trigger, it's Jack Quinn in front of the net as he just got away from the defenseman and just pile drives that puck into the back of the net.
That guy, much like an Arthur Kaliev, can score from just about anywhere in the offensive zone.
Yeah, not to mention the big body too. So much muscle behind that stick, and he just fires that puck into the back of the net.
So Cameron Tolnai gets one back. Quinn from Varga and Holscher. Ottawa halves the lead, and now Tolnai looking up ahead. Tried it to the front of the net. Puck gets bounced into the right wing corner. Taken by Sproul around the back of his own goal. On to MacDougall. Back for Kyrou. MacDougall, Sproul. Into traffic. Knocked loose by Jack Mateer. Alec Belanger works up ahead, and Belanger run into trouble. Tolnai working to the left wing side. Drops it back. Mateer to the middle of the line, and that one would have been offside, as Selin will drop it all the way back into his own end. D'Amato, Selin. Carries on, swung away. Tolnai to his own blue line. Garefa gets bounced. Mateer jumps up, and we got a penalty coming to the Otters for a charge. I believe it was the hit on Garefa. The offending player came from too far away. It was Brendan Selin, and that's going to be a power play for the 67s.
Yeah, so this is an excellent opportunity for the Ottawa 67s to tie this one up on the man advantage. He knows he has a lot more room out there, so hopefully he can find a man in the slot.
Just about 9 minutes left to play here in the second period. Ottawa in their own end. Quinn looks to his left. Graham Clark across the Erie blue line. Knocked loose. Kyrou back for Henry. And Henry will march it out. Working his way ahead, shorthanded. Taken right back by the 67s, but poked loose. Yetman, who had the shorthanded goal in the first, playing on for Austen Swankler. That puck ended up on the backboards where Noel Hoffenmeyer will take. Hoffenmeyer marching wide, left wing side, drops it back. But the man he was looking for had pulled off the point boards, and it'll be back for Jack Quinn to handle. We're back to even in full 5-on-5. Quinn working it wide, wanted Tolnai, who ended up slowed down as he got a little bit too tight to the boards. Kyrou, Yetman, now to Selin. D'Amato. Selin out front, couldn't find the man he was looking for. Puck driven low behind the Ottawa goal. Tied up along the backboards. Taken right back. Otters trying to jam it to the goal, and that'll be held onto right at the post. Face off to the left of Cedric Andre, and time ticking away in the second period, down to 4:43 to go. Holscher will lean in on the draw. It's one back for Kishnik, and that one just off target. Morton, Kishnik again. That one would have been on target, but was deflected on the way through. Varga marching on, wide left wing side. Into the left wing corner, drops it back to the line. Rippin along the line for Costantini, and that one will be batted through the crowd to Murphy's goal. He'll hang on with 3 minutes left in the period.
Yeah, so far this game is very evenly matched. Both teams leaving it all out on the ice right now. Is that you can see the offense comes and goes with both teams with the slight edge to Erie right now with the lead.
And I never thought I'd say this, but Brandon Hoffman is going to have to do some coaching adjustments because Brandon Hoffman just got escorted down the tunnel by the trainer. Took the shot from Kishnik up high, and his own guy has been taken off the rink for the moment. As Kishnik's drive, that one wide of the goal. Ottawa touching up. Penalty for a trip in the slot area. And the Otters are going to the power play with $1:48 left in the second period. Jack Mateer heads off.
Well, you certainly know Kishnik could rip a layer off the puck, so taking it up high, I could only imagine how much pain that the digital Hoffman's in right now.
Now, does Hoffman send a text message to Kishnik and ask him, what are you doing? Or how does that work? As Bolsher tries to play the puck ahead. Fowler in on the right wing side, plays it out front, just touched wide of the net. Around the back of the goal, centered, away from the traffic. Duff saves it. Drysdale's drive, and Andre has to pick that up with the glove. Drysdale had the traffic in front and let her go.
Yeah, that was a very nice read by Jamie Drysdale. You know, he had the time and the space to get a shot on that. He ripped it, but Andre just showing how impressive he is.
Under 50 seconds to go in the period. Hoffenmeyer, plays it along for Clark. Clark tried to get it loose, but Jack Duff is there. Along for MacDougall. Wide right wing side, Fowler. Taken back by Graham Clark. Trying to cut away from Drysdale. Rossi collects, but the play is offside with 6.2 left to play in period number 2.
So far, this has been a very exciting game, you have to say. I have to admit, Reed, with both teams so evenly matched.
Yeah, and it's hard to pick a winner from here. Erie still with the 2-1 lead, and a last shot for the second period travels wide. Brandon, another 20 minutes in the books. We didn't learn a whole lot more about who's going to punch their ticket. Still just a 1-goal game after 40. Thanks for watching the Memorial eCup presented by Kia. Be sure to enter for your chance to win daily prizes and a chance at winning a grand prize of a $1,000 prepaid Visa gift card. Today's promo code is CHL20. Enter the contest at chl.ca/Memorial eCup. Once again, today's promo code is CHL20, and you can enter the contest at chl.ca/Memorial eCup. As we head to the third period, Brandon, I think, judging by the statistics we're seeing, the test for the 67s is they got to get more shots on goal.
Yeah, exactly. I'm honestly a little surprised that they only have 4 shots through 40 minutes of play. It's about getting pucks on net. That's how you generate some goals and some opportunities. Really make that goaltender work for the puck. So hopefully the Ottawa 67s, they see that number, they do something about it in this third period.
Yetman and Rossi on the draw to open up the third. Just a couple of seconds left in the Erie man advantage. Duff dropping it off for Galad. Pass in front. Man is tied up, and Kevin Ball will skate on with it. Ball with those long strides. Up ahead, cuts to the middle, to the backhand. Feeds it across. Garefa's shot. Not sure if Murphy got that or if it was a skate. Tried it back in front for Rossi. That didn't find a connection. Garefa out top. Ball steps down. Pulls back on the right wing boards, looking for an option. Instead goes right to the front of the net. Pass off didn't work. Another chance in front. Garefa got tangled up. Clark's shot stopped by Murphy. Puck played to the line, and it's going to come all the way back out and down after a flurry by the 67s. And now Hoffenmeyer is tied up with, I think it's Galad he's tied up with.
Yeah, Galad, he laid the hammer on a huge hit along the boards that ended up getting a penalty for boarding. And that kind of sparked a little bit of spice between the two players.
So a power play here for the Ottawa 67s. And Noel Hoffenmeyer managed to avoid the box there. That's key for the 67s because they'll keep their power play quarterback on the ice. As a shot deflected by Quinn, up and out of play. Minute 32 left in the man advantage for the 67s. Again, that's just an example of how fast the clock moves in the Memorial eCup. You've got to get control and get set up on the power play.
Yeah, exactly. It all comes down to the faceoffs. You need to win faceoffs just to save a couple seconds on the clock, because by the time to get you set up, if you lose the draw, it could take up too much time.
We saw it again right there. Henry off the draw win for the Otters. Blasted one that deflected off back glass and out of play, but it keeps possession in the favor of the Otters. And Hayden Fowler with a shorty. The second of the game for the Otters, as from right along the goal line, he chucked one into the crease that bounced around and found its way in.
Yeah, bit of a wonky one to say the least right there. Reed, as he walked in tight towards the goaltender. Looked like he tried to go across and might have hit off the goaltender into his own net. As we take another look at the replay here, as it definitely hit a funny bounce into the back of the net. But either way, Hoffman's going to take that one for the Otters.
I was trying to pick up whether it was Noel Hoffenmeyer's stick or Cedric Andre's stick. Looked like it was one of them. As Fowler plays to the front for Sproul, back across in front. Nearly two shorties on the same penalty kill. As Jack Quinn along for Noel Hoffenmeyer. Back to Quinn. This one's still far from over though. Still 15 minutes to play in the third period, and Ottawa with a ton of firepower. Quinn over to Rossi. In front, Hoffenmeyer, who stepped down for the point. Tried to play it across, but couldn't find a target. Pass got slowed down, and Jack Quinn will retreat into his own end for the puck. Quickly along to Rossi. Galad, fresh out of the penalty box, was able to catch him. Duff to Yetman. Yetman works wide, tries to cut to the middle. Did, and played it for Swankler, who scores. That's going to make it tough. Austen Swankler on the finish of a beautiful Chad Yetman setup. 4-1 Erie.
Yeah, this hill that the Ottawa 67s have to climb is now becoming more of a mountain as this game moves on. There's not a lot of time left to play. They certainly need to get on the board here early.
Swankler back out front for Yetman. Lightning in a bottle. Chad Yetman, his second of the game. It's 5-1 for the Otters. Brendan Hoffman with an explosion of offense.
Well, we both know coming into this matchup, these were two offensive guys who know how to score lots of goals. So we knew we were bound to see it sooner or later. And right now it looks like Hoffman.
Belanger in front, and they get one right back. Oh, the 67s with Robinson from Belanger. And just like that, 5-2. Don't count him out just yet.
Well, one thing we've been preaching throughout this tournament, Reed, is goals come fast and furious, and right now they're coming too fast, too furious, with some amazing plays at both ends of the ice.
3 goals inside of a minute in gameplay. I'm not sure if we've seen that yet. That might be the fastest 3 in the tournament.
I'm gonna have to agree with you, Reed. That was really quick.
Now, if you're the Erie Otters, Brandon, I think you've got to try to control the puck and keep Ottawa from getting up the rink.
Yeah, exactly. You need to maybe start to look at the clock, who's not a friend of the 67s right now, and maybe try to kill it as you can. Try to eat as much time as you can.
Absolutely. 10-13 to go. Ottawa needs 3. Brandon, it's not impossible, but it's going to be tough. They do need to get another one here fairly quickly.
Yeah, like we just seen, 3 goals in a minute. So it can be done, but I agree with you. The 67s, they need to get on the board quickly.
Great steal from the Otters moving forward to the front of the net. Stolen aside by Jack Mateer, and they'll try to make transition quickly. Puck knocked loose. Swankler back for Yetman, who drags in over the line. Vargas steals. Yetman steals back. Puck rolls through the crease. Yetman got to it, but got run into by Mateer. Now Swankler's shot. And Andre had to make that save, and he plays it along. Holscher working up the rink, 2-on-3. Holscher's onside. Captures, but can't get through the check. Nicely done inside the defensive zone for the Otters. Chance moving forward, right to the front. Andre had to be sharp as a hot chuck. Works wide. Yannick Crete, right wing. Pulls up, fires. And that one, Murphy will guide up and over the glass with the blocker. 5:41 to go. It's got to be a sprint now if you're Cameron Tolnai.
Yeah, exactly. And right now this game's looking as a run and gun style, as both teams are leaving it all out.
Jack Duff quickly along for MacDougall. Working wide, looking for Sproul. That's taken away by Ball. Kevin Ball gallops in over the line. Hip check from Drysdale. Puck played to Tolnai. In front, Robinson. Can't get it cleanly. Sproul plays it out. Ball right back in. Drysdale back for Duff. Quickly now to Fowler. Fowler up ahead, and there's a trip on Sproul. The Erie Otters are going to go to the power play with just 2:41 to go, and now it's going to be a real mountain for the 67s to pull their way back in.
Yeah, exactly. The 67s, they have to think offense while defense on this penalty kill.
Merrick ripping up and out of the zone. Henry will take on to Kyrou. Now to Sproul. And if you're the Otters, you would love to just work this puck around in the offensive zone. As Sproul's shot stopped, another chance, thrown to goal, and Andre has to take the defensive zone draw. 2:01 left to play in the third, and Brendan Hoffman is denying Cameron Tolnai in the 67s any sort of possession.
And one thing you gotta love about the Otters game, it's an absolute battleground in the neutral zone this game. Not a lot of movement for the 67s.
Puck played wide for Swankler, they score! Austen Swankler, and that is likely gonna do it. 1:39 to go, and it's a 4-goal Otters lead. Wow! Brendan Hoffman with 4 third-period goals.
Yeah, just a remarkable third period. You've really got to rip a page off his book if you're a team watching this right now.
Kyrou working it along to Henry, over to Cohen, who brings it into the offensive end. 52 seconds to go. Just so impressed with the way Hoffman, at the most key time of the game, in a 1-goal game in the third period, is able to find 4 to extend out to a 4-goal lead here late. D'Amato walks to the slot, his backhand stopped at a roll off the post. It was nearly 5 in the third. Quinn with under 30 seconds to go. Henry to the end boards. Gets it loose, up ahead for Selin. Henry on to Cohen. Now Selin once more into the traffic, wings it out in front, and that one will be guided aside by Holscher. Sirazotti to Costantini, now to Beck. 10 seconds to go. Beck dangles to the front, turned aside by Murphy. Henry around back of his own goal. 2 seconds and 1. Puck dumped down the rink, and that is going to do it. The Erie Otters pick up a 6-2 victory in an explosion of third period offense. Brendan Hoffman guides his team to the third round, where they'll take on the Edmonton Oil Kings. And Hoffman will be standing by with my broadcast partner, Brendan Scott, when we return. Welcome back to the Memorial eCup presented by Kia. What a victory for the Erie Otters as they punch their ticket, the final team that will make it through to the third round of the Memorial eCup, a 6-2 victory over the Ottawa 67s. And we now go to Brendan and Brendan as Hoffman is standing by with my broadcast partner, Scott.
Welcome to the broadcast, Brendan Hoffman. Tell me, that was a big third period that carried you to victory. How are you feeling coming out of this game?
Pretty sweaty, not gonna lie. This thing is very not breathable.
I gotta love that Santa suit you're wearing. Did that give you any good luck, or what's the reasoning behind dressing up for the game?
Right now it looks like the good luck charm, but the holidays are coming. The season is just around that time. Snow's falling. It felt like it was pretty appropriate to get in a costume, and which better one than Santa?
Now tell me about what exactly happened in that second intermission. It was a 2-1 game going into the third, and then you just exploded with offense. Was it something you did differently, or?
I just kind of focused on getting more pucks to the net because I thought I wasn't getting enough chances or rebounds in. I felt like I was trying to be too fancy with it at some point. So, I'm glad that the strategy paid off.
Now, with you dressed up as Santa Claus right now, tell me, if you had to give gifts to players based on their performance in that game, what would you give out?
I'd have to go with a shout out to both my line mates, Selin and D'Amato, for having a couple really good momentum shifts. Definitely give them a couple. But I feel like if I definitely had to give one, Dan Murphy. Yeah, he was really solid in the net right there.
Exactly. And what are you going to take out of this game that you're going to carry with you coming into Saturday's next round?
Keep giving the puck to Chad Yetman. He looks on fire right now.
Exactly. Again, I just want to thank you for joining me on the broadcast. Congratulations on your win. And of course, happy holidays and Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you very much.
Coming back off that interview, what a game.
Oh, that was unbelievable. What a contest. And you said it off air, Brendan, that we didn't know going into the third period who was going to come out with this one. The 4-goal outburst of Brendan Hoffman in that third period really made the difference.
Exactly. Like we were talking about off camera here, is there was no clear winner in this matchup till that third period where it looked like the Erie Otters punched their ticket into the next round with just some marvelous plays. And really, it all stems from just how strong he was in that neutral zone. The Otters, they dominated. It was a battleground for the Ottawa 67 to try to move that puck up. And just by forcing turnovers and getting some odd man rushes, that led to a flurry of goals.
Absolutely. So we now know round 3, the whole thing is going to take place on Saturday. Let's quickly go through it. Telluride division, Sarnia versus Saginaw, Hamilton versus Medicine Hat. Sorrento division, Vancouver versus North Bay, Rio-Noranda versus Mississauga. Stinger division, Baie-Comeau versus Sudbury, Acadie Bathurst versus Peterborough, and Celtos division, Rimouski versus Lethbridge, Edmonton versus Erie. 8 teams representing the OHL, 4 each from the WHL and the QMJHL. We've got representation right across the country, Brendan, and we've got 8 matchups. Any one of these teams could win the Memorial eCup. You could make a case for all of them. I can't wait to get to Saturday and see what we're going to come away with.
Yeah, exactly. It was some really good hockey we've seen over these past couple weeks, and I'm excited to see who does come out. There's a lot of great games ahead of us, and honestly, so many talented players remaining in this tournament. It's going to be a battle from here on out.
It certainly will be. Don't miss it. Round 3 comes your way. We go on Saturday with puck drop at 2:15. It opens up with Sarnia versus Saginaw, and we'll go through all the way in round 3. We'll be left with 8 teams at the end of Saturday that will move on to round 4, and I can't wait. As possible. I'm Reed Duffy. Thanks for tuning in to the Memorial eCup presented by Kia. We'll see you Saturday at 2:15.